evening, guys. We are going to make some coasters and a tray because I had a request. So I had to stop my Halloween series and I had to jump in and do these real quick. So this may be a two-part video. So we're going to jump right in. She requested 6 coasters and a tray to match. And she wanted it multicolored. So I've got my resin mixed up. It's up to temperature, 35 degrees Celsius. And I'm going to go ahead and pour some resin in each one of these. And then we'll get the inks dropped. And I've already got my white mixed up. And I mixed up 5 ounces of Let's Resin, 1:1. Oh, sorry. I'm constantly hitting my head on that camera. Constantly. Seems like maybe I need to raise it up in the air. But then you guys wouldn't be able to see. You guys, I got these new measuring cups from Let's Resin. I absolutely love them. I have their other set, their previous set, and the reason I like them is because they have black writing on them. The other ones they match the color of the silicone, and they were so hard to see, but I love them too, but I just love the black writing. Go ahead and get these. I think the rest of them are good. Okay. Now she wants a different color for each one, so I went ahead and picked out 6 different colors. And today I'm going to be using a different, she just wants one color, so I am going to use the Deco ROM inks instead of the Let's Resin. I've been watching on YouTube how everyone is having such good luck with this, with blooms, so I am going to test it out today. And give my opinion. They're bright colors. That's faux show. I'll tell you what the names of them are here in just a second. I want to get these inks down. They spread nicely. That's a good thing. Okay. So the orange is tangerine. This one is peach. This one is lime. That one is forget-me-not. This one is turquoise. And this one is lavender. And I'm going to put some more of that in here. Okay. Like I said, I already have my white mixed up. Already in my baggie. And Miss Sylvia come to join us. Let's either have her meow in here or meow out there. Cut the tip off. Okay, here we go. Just going to let those set for just a little bit, but I should have put gloves on. Okay, I'm just going to go in a circle all the way around. Yes, Sylvianne. Jeez. My hand is shaking. Oh well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Just as long as it's in there. Doesn't have to be neat. Push this down. Oops. Got a little carried away there. I have to feather that out. Sylvianne, get down. Get. She thinks she has to be right up here with me, and that's why I always close the door. This is your guys' entertainment for today. I just don't want to waste this, so I'm just gonna squirt it around. Okay, there's that. Get my stick here, and we're gonna fix a couple of these globbies. And I am going to put some silver rock in the centers here in a little while. Okay, now we are going to do our petals. Let's get a paper towel here. I mean, in reality, I'm not really touching any of the resin, so. Okay, we're going to start here. We're going to go in at 12, 6, 3, and 9, and then we're going to come out. And then we're going to come in one more time. And we're going to swirl the center. I don't know why my hands are so shaky today. I don't drink caffeine, so that can't be it. Okay, there are all of my petals. Grab my rocks. She wants silver. So we are going to put silver . Just trying to poke these down here. Keep them in the middle. The secret to these blooms is not filling your mold up with resin. If you just pour just a small amount in your mold, then they tend to bloom so much better, because then it doesn't have so far to go, the white, because you know white sinks. And so when you put your white in there and you just have a shallow amount of resin in there, then it doesn't have to sink so far. Does that make sense? I know it probably sounds like I'm speaking in tongues, but because white is heavy, so it's always going to drop. And if you just have a shallow amount of resin for it to drop into, then it's not going to make your petals go all wonky, if that makes sense. And I'm going to put, you know, a coat on the back of them anyway. So it's really not necessary to flood your whole mold with. Okay, I think I got them all under. Make sure my swirls are still good. This swirl kind of went somewhere else. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'll let those cure, and then we'll come back in the morning and we will put a back coat on them, and then we'll let that dry, and then we will demold them. So I'll see you in the morning. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Good night, sweet dreams. Good morning, everyone. We are going to mix the back so I can fill up my molds on these. But I haven't mixed up my resin because I've had a couple people ask me how I mix up my resin. So I am going to show you how I use my Let's Resin mixing tool. It's fairly easy because it's if you don't mix yours by hand, which when I use a big batch I usually don't. And so I'm going to use my Let's Resin mixer. What I do is I spray the paddles with alcohol, just spritz them, and then I stick it in, and then I turn it on, and I don't move it around. I just let it sit. Oops, I gotta set my timer here, just 1 second. Forgot to set my timer. I set my timer, and then I let it, I don't move it around because, I mean, the whole point of a mixer is that it's supposed to mix for you. And so I just let it sit and let it mix, because the idea is that you're trying to prevent bubbles. And if you don't move it around, it won't incorporate air into it. And I'm mixing up 12 ounces, so 6 ounces of part B and 6 ounces of part A. And I'm using the Let's Resin 1:1. Only time I move it is to move it up closer to mix the top, and then back down to the bottom. And this mixer is rechargeable with a Type-C charger, and it keeps a charge for a very long time, so you don't have to worry about that, which I really love, because you don't have to worry about cords flying all over the place and getting into everything. And this does a really good job of mixing, and I can get my resin virtually bubble free with this. and I don't have to worry about mixing, stirring with a stick, incorporating bubbles. And then I come back up to the top, and then frequently I will go around in a circle, but I will do it very slowly. And then back down, because this mixer does a great job. And there are speeds. This turn knob here will turn it down if you want it slower, and then it'll go all the way up. The only thing this does not do is go in reverse. It just goes one direction. But I mean, it's mixing it, so I'm sure that's probably why they came out with their new one, because the new one will go in reverse. And then right when the buzzer goes off, I will turn it slowly at the bottom, and I will start to bring it to the surface just to make sure I have everything mixed. But I do it slowly because I don't want to incorporate air, and then I will reverse my direction, and I don't have to worry about scraping the sides because it mixes the resin very thoroughly. And then when I'm done, I just bring it out, let it run for a little bit to spray off the excess. Sometimes I'll let it hit the side because that'll help. So you don't want to take it like clear out, because then, you know, obviously you're going to have resin flying everywhere. And then I turn it off, and what I do is I take a rubber spatula and I just go over the blades, scraping them off. Just to get a majority of the excess. But if you let it run for a minute, you're not going to have that much excess. Pretty simple. And then I pop it off and set it off to the side. And then I usually spray it with alcohol, so when I'm ready to wipe it, it wipes off very neatly. Okay, and as you can see, there's a couple bubbles in there, but nothing very major. So I'm just going to spritz it with alcohol. And what I thought we would do to fill these coasters for the backs is, the colors are nice, aren't they? I don't know if you've ever heard of this, the Marabou alcohol ink. I'm going to use the rainbow glitter in it so that it gives the background a little bit of sparkle. You got to shake this up because it's like a rainbow glitter inside of an alcohol ink. And I keep a pen in mine because it gets clogged because of the rainbow alcohol ink, and I always wipe this off. And then I'm just gonna see if you can see it. Can you see that? And then I'm going to mix it up. I wipe the tip off first, because in the past, if you could see all that on the outside, I wasn't doing that, and it gets quite sticky. And then put the pin back in. And then I will take a stick gently and just mix that in there. And this is just a light glitter, nothing too heavy. It's kind of like your if you see a lot of people on YouTube, like Michelle from Glitz and Glitter, she uses her diamond dust. That's basically what this is. And it just gives it a little pretty. And that's it. I'll show you my stick here. Can you see that? Little sparklies. And then I'll wipe my stick off. And that's good to go. Now we're just going to pour into our molds and fill them up. Just got to get so that these can finish, and then later this evening we should be able to get these out of the molds. And I want to make sure that they're clear to the top. Okay, there we have it. So then I'll come back to you guys later this evening when these are done, and we'll get these out of the mold. All right, have a good afternoon. See you in a little while. Bye. Okay, y'all, welcome back. Guess what? It's time to demold these babies. Can you see that sparkle in there? Isn't that cool? All right, let's see what we got here. I'll get them all out here first. These colors are so vibrant. I was going to tell you I had a little bit of resin left over after I pour the back on these things, and so you know my thought process is always grab a mold, and so I did, and oop, that's still a little bendy. We'll have to leave that. But anyway, I threw some flowers in there. Okay, let's start with the lime. I should have put some more lime over here, but it's pretty though. See my bloom? Nice and feathery. So there's the lime. Let's do the pink. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Purple. Look at that one. It's funny how they all turn out so different, even though you do them exactly the same. Turquoise. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What did I say this one is? Forget Me Not. That's right. Pretty. Nice and pretty. And last but not least, orange. Look at that one. That one's really pretty. I think my colors may have taken over, so maybe a little less color. Maybe I think I'm so used to Let's Resin's color not being so vibrant that I put more color in, because like on this one there's a little less color, and so you can see the white better. But because these colors are so vibrant, I put more color in them. But they're pretty. They're very pretty. And on this one you can really see the petals. And then I'm going to edge them in silver, because that's what she wants. So very nice. Very, very nice. Just taking one more look at them. Very nice. I think the orange is my favorite. Very pretty. All right, guys. Well, guess what? Now it's time for the tray. So, a little sparkly on the back. I love that. So on the tray, after I end this video, I'm going to start the next video with the tray. And it's a 13-inch tray, same edging. And we will use the same colors in it. So I guess we'll move on to it. I want to give a nice big shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you. Welcome. And again, I love all your guys' comments. I think my all-time favorite is the subscriber that ad-libbed my cat and what she was thinking outside the door when she was meowing. That was so hilarious. I love your guys' comments. They're great. And I love to talk and chit-chat with y'all, so I appreciate it. So tell me what you think about the coasters. Do you think there's too much color, or do you think it's just the right amount? What do you think? I'd love to hear what you think. Should I have made my white more opaque? I don't know. I don't know, but they're really pretty. But I would like to hear what you think. So send me a comment, subscribe, like, share, ask me questions, whatever is on your mind. I'd love to hear from you. So that concludes this one, and we'll move on to the tray for part 2. Thanks, guys. Bye. See you in the next one.